Good morning. I'm Monisa Klein here at the GBTA broadcast studio for the final day of our convention this year in Orlando, Florida. It's been a busy week. We've had a lot of great announcements, a lot of great news to share with the business travel community, and I can tell you that everybody is ready, safe travel. It's been a great convention. With me this morning is Mathew Judge with the Anvil Group. He's the Group Managing Director. He came in from the UK. Welcome, Mathew.
Thank you, Monisa.
It's great to have you here with us.
Oh, thank you very much. It's wonderful to be here.
And this is your first GBTA, I understand?
In the US, yes.
In the US.
Normally we attend GBTA in Europe.
In Europe?
But this is my first one personally here in the US, so I'm really excited to be here.
And perfect timing, right? With the international travel sanctions being lifted last week, right?
Absolutely fantastic.
It was timed just perfect for our convention here.
Time to ready, safe travel.
That's right. What's your week been like? What's been the feedback? What's been your experience here at the convention?
Oh, well, the convention's been fantastic. Obviously, it's a little bit lighter in terms of footfall than it's been in previous years, I suspect, but that's really made for some fantastic focus meetings with our team, demonstrating our products and working and meeting our customers.
And it's great to be in person, right?
Fantastic.
Much better than the
Zoom.
Computer. Well, let's start off, if you can tell us a little bit about what the Anvil Group does. I think that would be good to know.
For sure. Okay. Well, Anvil Group are specialists in what's known as travel risk management.
Okay.
And therefore we help our customers and organisations maintain their legal obligations of duty of care that they owe to their employees, and the moral obligation of keeping everybody's health and safe whilst they're on business trips and business travel.
Okay, that's good to know. So based upon that, I know there was an acquisition recently, right? Everbridge this week announced the introduction of its next generation travel risk management solution through its acquisition of the Anvil Group. So what does this mean for the world of business travel?
Well, Monisa, it's again very, very exciting times, and this is a result really of the landscape of traditional travel risk management changing due to modern work trends and the current COVID environment. Everbridge are the global leaders in critical event management and enterprise resilience, and the combination of Anvil now in combination with Everbridge really allows us to do something very, very different in the market space and meet the new market needs. If you can imagine that the workforce is a lot more dynamic and mobile than it's ever been before, even as a result of COVID. So that means you could be working from home on a Monday, you could be in the office on Tuesday, and you could be out seeing clients on Wednesday, and so on. So for an employer to meet those duty of care obligations, they now have to aggregate and consolidate a lot of location-based data points. And what the combination of Anvil and Everbridge now does is we enable our clients to do that in a really easy and effective way so that they can mitigate risk to those employees and maintain that duty of care.
Yeah. So, you know, it's interesting with the pandemic, the definition and attitude of travel risk and safety has altered a bit, right? So how do you think the attitude to business travel risk has changed as a result of COVID-19?
Well, I think the first thing that is very clear and obvious to state is that it introduces anxiety for a lot of people. Yes. Especially if we want to get back to business travel anywhere near the volumes that we did before and prior to COVID. And that's the first thing that needs to be addressed. So we need travel managers and employers to underpin travel movements with confidence, and therefore that means they have to look at their existing policies and their travel intelligence needs to ensure that they understand the status of the virus in different destinations around the world they might be traveling to. They need to understand the testing restrictions, the clearance policies, and therefore ensure that the correct processes are followed. And if they can enable their employees and travellers with that information before they depart and manage that process effectively and well in a scalable manner, that's really going to restore the confidence in business travellers so that they can just focus on the objective of what they're supposed to be achieving and the business performance rather than worrying about those other issues.
Wow. So with the publication of ISO 31030,
31030, that's how we say it.
Oh, okay, that sounds a lot better, which I understand is the new travel risk management standard. Is there anything new or unexpected that travel managers should be aware of?
Well, first of all, the introduction of the standard that actually very timely came out in September is very, very welcome. And it sets the basis for what good looks like. The standard really does emphasise a new need as well to assess the health status of employees before they travel. And that's to ensure that you understand and the employee understands any pre-existing conditions that might be exacerbated due to the destinations they're travelling to. And therefore it allows employees and organisations to plan effectively and mitigate those potential risks. And that's why we've launched very recently a new pre-travel health screening software application that makes that really easy to do and incredibly scalable. As you can imagine, a lot of the due diligence required pre-trip now due to COVID, there's a lot of it. And therefore, whilst you might have 50 or 100 employees, that's easy to manage in manual processes. But when you start to deal with the size of organisations, blue chip companies that we're dealing with, they have hundreds and thousands of travellers on a daily basis. And therefore, any solution needs to be manageable, but it also needs to be scalable. And that's what we've done.
Wow, that's a lot. Well, it sounds like you guys have a lot going on and a lot of good programs in place, and all the best.
Thank you very much indeed.
Yes.
It's an exciting times ahead.
It is. It sounds very, I think key to our future, right?
Essential.
Yes, essential.
Organisations need to be a lot more resilient than they've ever been before.
Absolutely, absolutely. So in closing, is there anything that you'd like to say to this corporate audience?
Well, I think I'd just like to say that COVID has been incredibly challenging for everybody. Personal circumstances, a lot of people have experienced a lot of issues during the period to do with their psychological well-being, their mental health. And how fantastic is it now that we can get back to some level of normality, be in the room rather than Zoom.
Yes.
Communicate effectively with each other in person and socialise, because ultimately people are social animals and people buy from people, and we need that experience, and we need to get back to how things used to be in whatever format that might look like into the future. But GBTA with Ready Safe Travel, everything that the travel industry is doing together to enable that to happen. It's such exciting times, and I can't wait to see what the future holds.
Well said, Matthew. Thank you so much for coming here, being with us, and sharing some information about your company.
Great pleasure, Melissa. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Cheers. I'm Monisa Klein.
Don't forget, for your safety, face masks are required. Thank you for your cooperation.
I'm Monisa Klein, and it's a wrap here at GBTA Broadcast Studio. It's been a fantastic convention. I can't tell you how excited people are to be here in person. Ready Safe Travel was a great theme and so appropriate as we all reconnect in person, three-dimensional. There were a lot of great themes around the convention. Sustainability was top of mind. A lot of comments that I heard over the last 3 days were about frictionless, more personalization, real time, and just great to be back together. So I want to thank the GBTA staff, the corporate communication staff. I want to thank the crew in the background that made all this happen. Thank you guys so much. It was a great week, and it was my pleasure and honor. Thank you, and have a great weekend. Safe travels back home. We'll see you soon.